How much of a setback is the Omicron variant in terms of traveling to the Philippines and life in general? That's what we're going to talk about today, so stick around. Hey guys, before we get started with today's little video, just want to ask those two favors that I've been asking. Give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We thank you in advance. So without further delay, let's get on with today's video. Alright guys, so a lot going on since last I was in front of the camera. We were already talking about Omicron, whatever you want to call it. We also had Typhoon Odette. Our hearts go out to all those affected by this horrible storm. You guys are in our thoughts and in our prayers that your life speedily returns to normal. So with having said that, let's talk about this new COVID variant. Okay, as you guys know, my wife and I work in the healthcare industry. Without being too specific, I'm going to share with you what I think is going to happen with this and what I've heard already. The big concern with this variant being the speed in which it infects, the speed at which it runs its course, and the mildness of the symptoms in most cases. The general consensus is this is the hit and run variant, meaning it's going to hit fast, it's going to affect a bunch of people, and it's going to be gone. The people that are mostly should be worried are, of course, those who aren't vaccinated. I know a lot of you guys are anti-vax. That's cool. I get it. I'm cool with that. If that's your thing, nobody should force you. But the science is the science. And as I've said before, I'm extremely conservative. I'm very skeptical of the government. But being inside the healthcare industry and knowing what I know, I'm telling you, the numbers don't lie with the vaccinations. And that makes a difference in the severity of the sickness that you get. Now, the WHO is saying you can't boost your way through the pandemic, and we're prolonging the pandemic. So that was kind of interesting. But I didn't know too much about that. I just heard that before I started to sit down and make this video. But I'll just tell you what I know up to now from working in the healthcare industry. The big fear with this particular variant is not the hospital being so overrun with cases, as was the case with the initial wave and the Delta variant. The real concern with this variant affecting the staff. Most of the hospitals, we're all fully vaccinated, and most of us are boosted too. So they just really expect it to just be, and if you have a sniffle and you test positive, for COVID, they want you to stay home. They even gave us test kits for Christmas this year. How about that? Their main concern is staffing issues because of folks being infected and having to stay home. That, while it is just concerning from a team member perspective, it's very concerning to me because I don't like the implications of we're already short-staffed on a good day. The idea of a lot of people being out of work at the same time is not too good. But as I said in the beginning of the video, this seems to be setting up as more of the hit and run variant. So I don't think it's going to be that much of a setback. My prediction, hopefully, as you know, we're planning our trip back to the Philippines for the fall, and I'm kind of glad now. I was a little bummed out that we had to move it to the fall because we weren't able to get clearance for both of us to have that much time off from work. So the fall was easier to make it happen, but it seems to me by that time, this should have run its course. Well, what the Philippines is going to do with all of this remains to be seen. Now, there's a lot of people over there obviously shaking a little bit from the storm, And there's a lot of folks that are dealing with the after effects of the storm, the power loss, and things just not, the place being a mess. I know one somewhat popular vlogger that I watched was talking about leaving the Philippines. And he's advising people maybe think about not going there. My question to him was, have you considered another location in the Philippines? There's other locations in the Philippines that the infrastructures are more robust to withstand a big storm like that. There's areas where they're not prone to direct hits from these storms. They don't have volcanoes. Our island, Panay Island in particular, there's no volcanoes there. It's an interior island. In this particular case, Cebu and Dumaguete and all that, and Bacolod City, that took the hit. By the time it got to Iloilo and Panay, the storm lost a lot of its punch. And while they were affected, it was to a much lesser degree. Historically, and I've looked at that because family and friends have voiced their concern about my wanting to move to the Philippines. So I looked into historically Panay, Iloilo area, natural disasters and whatnot. And that area, that particular island is, it's a hidden gem. It really is. Not that I want to get the word out there so everybody goes there and it's super crowded. But, as I said, my word to this gentleman was, have you considered another location? So with that, that's my prediction with Omicron or Omicron or whatever. It's going to be a hit and run variant. I don't think it's going to be that much of a setback. My prediction is our area here, I think by the end of January, it's going to already be, I think it's going to peak mid-January. I think by the end of January, we're going to be coming out of it. So that's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap this video up. It was just a quick talk about this current situations that are going on. I don't want to go on and on about it. There's a lot of videos out there. If you like the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And as we always like to say, wherever you are in the world, stay well, stay safe, stay blessed, stay merry, and stay jolly, because 'tis the season despite Omicron. So we'll see you real soon with another video. Take care and thanks so much for watching.